Hello, everyone. Welcome to Court with Krissy. Deep in the heart of Texas, this little old lady's favorite number is 1. Judge Monk is trying to keep the peace. I hope you like it. Court with Krissy is now in session.
So ladies, before we get started, I want to get you under oath. So any testimony you give today, it's sworn. So if you raise your right hands, please. Each one of you before the court today, do you solemnly swear affirm testimony you're about to give in this peace bond hearing that the testimony will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. Thank you. So let me go over a little bit of what a peace bond is. In Texas, a peace bond is a court order under the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Chapter 7. It's used to protect individuals threatened with harm or property damage, even if no physical violence has occurred. It requires the accused to post a cash bond, sometimes a surety bond, usually for 1 year, to guarantee to keep the peace. That would be you if I order a peace bond against you. In reference to the peace bond, it is filed in the appropriate court within the appropriate jurisdiction. The key elements of this is to prevent future harm rather than punish the past actions. So, ma'am, whatever is in the past, that's what she's going to bring up today. And my job is to ensure, if I do order a peace bond, that you do not violate the conditions of that peace bond against you. Do you understand? Yes, furthermore, this is not like a protective order that we issue in family violence cases. Protective order is an arrestable offense. Violation of the peace bond means you're going to forfeit that money to the bonding agency and to the state. Any violations of the peace bond, like I said, will be forfeited, and there's a possibility of contempt of court. So you could be thrown in jail, ma'am. Do you understand? This is serious. This is not a joke. This is serious business today. And furthermore, if I do grant the peace bond, it's for 1 year from the date of issuance. So to let you know, it's not, for 30 days or 60 days or 90. It's 1 full year, 365 days. Also understand that if your behavior continues once a peace bond is issued, there are certain limitations, but the plaintiff at that point in time has shown to law enforcement that there is aggressive behavior and criminal action could be taken against you, which could be more serious charges, with criminal charges being filed in the county court at law, or if it meets the felony grade offense of a felony. So in other words, harassment charges could be brought against you at a later date. Do you understand that? Yes, sir. Any questions? All right. So the way that this is going to work this morning is I'm going to ask this young lady here this morning to provide me the reasons why she's asking me to order a peace bond against you. Then I'm going to give you an opportunity to be heard in court. There is in the plaintiff or the plaintiff has filed some documents, and I believe you received a copy of that at the time that you were served by these officers. Do you understand those documents that were served, and you had a chance to read over those documents? All right. Did you have a chance to seek legal counsel today and you chose not to bring an attorney here? Well, you could. I mean, you can, but you're here today on your own. Do you want to get an attorney, or do you want to represent yourself today?
I think it was that bad. I mean, I didn't know I could bring anybody.
Well, you can bring an attorney if you so choose, but if you want to sit here and talk about it today like two grown ladies, then we can do that, but that's your choice. So I want to give you that opportunity now formally in court if you're wanting to waive your right to an attorney, because all persons, this is not a criminal case, this is a civil case, but you do have the right to be represented by an attorney. You don't even have to testify. You have rights to not incriminate yourself under the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But she has the burden of proof today to show that your behavior, your actions, your aggressiveness toward her and her family and her household, exceeds common decency of public behavior. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. So before we formally get started, do you want to represent yourself in court today, or do you want to get an attorney?
I didn't think my actions were that bad. I didn't.
All right. All right. Then let's
Intimidation.
let's just see what she has to say. Okay. Any questions? Ma'am, any questions?
No.
All right. So what is going on? Why are you asking this court to consider this application of a peace bond against your neighbor?
It's been over a year and a half where she's verbally abusive. She's harassing us. Last time I had to call the cops, it involved my 8-year-old. we're not, we don't go outside to our front yard. Like, it's to the point where we go outside and she's really aggressive with us. She trespassed to my house, she taped a note, which I brought to, with my daughter, and, they gave her, I think it was criminal, trespass warning or something. It's gotten to the point where I'm not comfortable.
The law enforcement gave her a criminal trespass warning
Yes,
or your daughter a criminal trespass?
no,
warning?
her,
Okay, so the law enforcement's giving her a criminal trespass warning of coming onto your property.
yes, so
Okay.
CTW, is that what it is?
Yes, ma'am.
I got that report.
And when was that issued?
When
Yes, when was the criminal trespass warning issued?
this was back in, I wanna say, have the date for December, no. November the 13th of last year.
Okay, so just a few months ago.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I left it at that. I came here to the clerk's office and they told me like, you guys don't issue a peace bond. And they gave me like the pamphlet to call the numbers, and I called around. They're like, what is the peace bond? We don't do that here. And the ones that answered, they're like, no, we just deal with like family violence and stuff. So I left it at that. I was just like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I called around, they told me we don't do that here. So, you know how we were snowed in like that whole, basically full week or so?
you're talking about just a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah,
Okay,
my daughter went in, threw out the trash, and then she was like, hey, the neighbor left a sign again, and which I have the picture of it and I turned it in. It's a middle finger sign on January 28, 2000.
it's a what kind of sign?
Middle finger sign. Like, she drew it on a cardboard, and it's been constant like throughout the whole full year where she's doing that. And my daughter's been seeing it, and then I honestly, I don't know how to explain to an 8-year-old, you know, like why she's doing this. I don't. Let me give you the backstory. It started in September of 24. We were having people over, so my husband was coming in and out of the yard because he was getting it ready, because we were I think we were gonna grill outside. And so she called me because she had my number. I mean, we were nice with her, you know. If she needed help, we would help. Needed help, we would help her. She called me and she cussed me out. She said, your stupid husband didn't help me fix my mailbox. And she cussed me out and she hung up on me. And I was just like, what's going on? And so she ever since then, she sticks out her middle finger when we drive by. I submitted all of the video evidence last night. They emailed me saying they were gonna put it in the case. And so I'm just tired of it. I mean, to the point where,
Attached as a Google Doc.
yeah, because I didn't know how to upload it. And so like, I feel like she stalks us. She surveils our every move. We're outside and she's looking out her window. And my kid does not go in the front yard. So I made a Facebook post, like reaching out to people, like, what can I do in this case? Like, she's been harassing us, like, unprovoked. And people told me, hey, reach out to Judge Monk. And that's when I was like, okay, let me come here and do something on my, because I'm tired. I have MS and the stress, like, it's just too much. I currently went back to school. I'm getting my teacher certification. I'm my bachelor, but it's in criminal justice. And my whole career-wise changed once I had kids. So like right now I'm working on my teacher certification. I have MS. I have 3 kids that it's overwhelming, and having to deal with her and not feel safe in my own home. She did mention when we first moved in, I would always park outside. One time my vehicle, like the alarm went off, and then she mentioned she owned a gun. So it's to the point where I don't, our safety, you know, like I don't know to what point she'll be violent. So I just want something, you know, to be put in place. I've had enough of her. We never did anything to provoke her. We didn't do anything to her, and I don't know what else to do.
Okay. So basically you're saying she's just being a bad neighbor?
Worse than that, my 8-year-old doesn't feel safe. She does not go outside. She feels so uncomfortable. She walks home from school and sometimes she has her garage door open. She's like, she just stares at me. I feel uncomfortable. I'm scared of her. That's what she's told me. I'm like, what can I do? Like, we live next door to her. It's not like I'm gonna move. She's not gonna move either, you know? I had to build a fence to keep her from peeping out her window at us, and that didn't even help. So I don't know what else to do.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Ma'am, you've been over yonder aspirated in reference to everything she's saying, so just help me out. What's going on?
Okay, well, there's things in here that she says things started a year after they've been in, and now she tells people that it's been a year and a half full cuss. I don't cuss people, I don't. And as far as the daughter go, well, I sit out my yard, you know, the garage. I've never made eye contact with her, never. And now 2 weeks, it's been quiet and peaceful. I know to stay in. I don't even go out. I don't want to hurt the little girl. And when the finger first started a year ago, or whenever it was, whenever, she put this huge gorilla sign out, and it's, you know, the big finger thing. Well, you know, that don't look nice. So I thought,
I'm sorry, say, she put what out?
it's a big gorilla thing with his finger way out there. You know, where I see it when I'm in my yard. And I just didn't like it. I just did not like that. It was not nice. So I put one out. But did she complain to everybody about me doing it? Did she tell everybody what she did? But you know, we first met. I give them food, and they made me food. It was good. And I give the kids soda pops. I did not pay him to mow my yard a few times, did everything. But when one day I couldn't fix my mailbox, well, I asked him, I says, hey, my neighbor lady was helping me, we couldn't get off. He was outside, so I said, hey, could you help us? He just looked at me, walked in, and then I called her. But all this cussing, I don't do that. She makes it so bad, and she's been calling on the phone, asking people who know me, digging up trash, spreading it out on the internet. I don't know, it's been snowballing, and I don't pick out no windows. Why would I do that? And if I'm sitting in my garage, I get that sun, feels good. But I didn't know it hurt her daughter, me being there, because I stayed in. Last 2 weeks feels good. All I want is peace and quiet. And I'm getting dry now.
You need something to drink?
I don't know. I just want everything to be okay. I'm 80 years old. I've been in the house 49 years. And my 2 weeks been so nice. And they took that sign down when I got served that day. They took that. I cut a tree down in the backyard, and they moved the monkey to the back. And that tree was right by the fence. You know, I didn't like that. Well, then they got served, and they took it down. And I said, oh boy, thank God, everything's gonna be okay. I don't know. I just want everything to be quiet. And it has been nice for the last 2 weeks. And I don't want no problem. I've been here 49 years. I just wish it was the way it was. I just don't know. I want to be. And as far as the finger thing, after he wouldn't help me, why would I cuss her on the phone? She says that I called him stupid. Well, that don't even make sense. And then the monkey went up and just seemed to snowball. And as far as the finger goes, and the cop were called, because every time I got a beautiful backyard, a cute front yard, and every time I go out there, that's fine. She'll honk when she goes by, and that just, she just honk every time I'm outside. Because I'm out there a lot, because I love my yard. I have a beautiful yard. Well, we just can't even begin. I just wanted today to be quiet and everything nice.
Okay.
I'm just so sorry. I wish they was not. They made me food. I give them food, and I want it to be okay. I don't know. Why does she feel threatened? What would I do? I don't want to jeopardize my health and my family or my home. What can I do? I just want to be okay. Like it's been, as far as peeking out the window, why did I peek out the window? She's got a monitor there, and it's got my whole yard on it. They don't show her yard. She got me. I got beautiful bushes. I turn on the water, and she's got that whole yard of mine. I don't know. I just want to be okay.
Okay.
Everything's fine last 2 weeks, and I want it to be that way. And I don't wanna hurt the girl, so I stay in, I make sure my door's down, I'm not even out there. I've never made contact with her. I just give them ice cream,
Okay.
just seemed like, why wouldn't he help me? She helped me, he helped me. And then I see her go over talking to the neighbors about it, I don't know, it just seems snowballing. I don't know. I just want things to be quiet and be nice.
Anything else?
Oh, no.
Ask a question. You submitted a video to the court to show her behavior. Do you want me to observe that video here in open court? Okay. Ms. Ashley, if we can set that video up and let me look at it and see what she is presenting as an exhibit of the ongoing behavior of our neighbor.
Okay, do you want me to come in there and pull it up on yours so you can share your screen and stop it if you need to?
Yeah, let's do that, please. Does this have audio on?
You can
Of it,
stop
and-
it if you need to stop it. That's her.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to stop it. Go back. That's where you'll stop and stop it, not there. And
Can I quote something?
Hold on one second.
if there is audio, yeah, that looks like it. You need to turn it up. Yeah, okay.
Is this just video, no audio?
It's clips of ring camera footage, so
Okay,
some of it.
so let's look at this real quick. Let's see what's going on here in real time. So I see two figures in that picture, that video right there. Can you explain to the court who the second person is? Do you know who it is?
What second person?
Was there two people in that video just now?
No, it's just her.
That was just her.
Yeah, I'm the one.
Okay. Okay, I thought that was second person. It's just a shadow there. Okay. What is this substance that is this water she's spreading out there?
We believe it was gasoline.
Oh,
Guthrie, what is that substance that you're pouring out?
It's, Spectracide stuff with nozzle, I use it around, there's stickers everywhere, and they don't
Okay.
make stickers. I buy the Spectracide from Home Depot, it's got nozzles on it, and she'll see down there, and I use a lot of nozzle, but. it wouldn't
Well,
go
now
in
I'm
there.
looking at the next picture and it looks like there's some dead vegetation there.
Yeah, well, when I mow, if I don't mow straight or the.
How you doing this?
He won't mow, and it just grew and grew and, I don't know. But he, I don't know where my line is, I mow and he couldn't even help mow if I miss anything or. uh,
And I take it that's her peeking through the curtain?
Yeah, we were fixing the cameras there and she
Well,
was,
I heard something, you know, he put up a big work light on that deal, and I had to cover up all my windows with towels. Cause it was
that's
so,
what it looks like
so bright
every night at night.
So that light is coming from her house into y'all's house. What is on that side of the house?
Prayer, that light, what did you say?
What is on that side of the house between your house and hers? Is that your garage side or is that,
Garage.
okay?
That's the day
But
she
I
let
didn't
them
know
know.
for it, I put a little light there because it's safety for me, you know. I can see because it's all blocked in and I want to be able to see.
She sticks out her middle finger as we drive by.
Now, what is that show?
You sitting in your driveway giving somebody the international signal of,
Who said that? I don't see
do
nothing.
you have a white truck?
There's nothing there that shows anything.
Is there a white truck?
Yeah, but I'm not there doing nothing.
You're sitting there in the garage with your hand up.
I didn't see that.
Well,
But honk, I told those officers,
so,
just tell her not to honk at me no more. Always intimidating and stuff.
so you're saying you don't do that, but
But
if there was a video or in that video, I noticed a hand drawn birdie finger.
I told you why. They had that thing over there right across from it, and they left theirs there, and I was hoping they'd take it down, they never did. But when I got served, they did take it down, but they put it in the backyard when I had the tree cut down. They put it in the back up on a tree trunk where I could see it.
Okay. What is it? What is this monkey thing or gorilla thing she's talking
No,
about?
it's a decorative sign, but she took it as something offensive. I'm like, is that like how she puts
Do
them?
you have a picture of that decorative sign?
No, I don't. It's probably on my phone, but they
You
didn't.
put it on the deal.
I'll tell you what, I want to see that decorative sign. She's brought it up in court, so we're going to take a short recess. Go get your phone and bring it back in here, please.
Oh, you could probably put it up.
It's a
Pull
big
it out.
gorilla.
Was it on the video?
No, not on that video, because it just,
It's a big gorilla with his
I got it
hands
from
stuck way
TikTok.
out. With his
so I don't know if you can pull it up online or.
I'm not going to pull TikTok up. This is county government phones.
It's been cleaned.
If you have it on your phone, I want go ahead and get your phone. We'll come back in a second.
Yeah.
It's a-
Ma'am, if you want to step out and get you some water for your mouth, and she said you were dry mouth, you can go get you a drink of water. Give you a couple of minutes and we'll be back here.
Finger stuff out like that. But even in these papers, somewhere she says in here.
Okay,
police knew-
we're in recess.
Okay.
Step back, go get your drink of water. All right.
She still didn't take it down.
All right. If you want to go get your drink of water, go get your drink of water, use the bathroom, come back in. Now, is it a gorilla shooting the birdie?
Yeah.
I'm asking her, ma'am. I'm not talking to you.
Oh, yes.
So she's replying to using her hand versus the gorilla shooting the birdie. So you are in tit for tat with her?
No, that's not what it is. I'm trying to show you exactly what it is. Sorry, I have 10,000 videos and stuff on my phone, so I'm really trying to show you what it is. Let me pull up what it looks like. Okay, found it, but it's way smaller than
Can you blow it up on your phone and then screenshot it and email it to my chief clerk?
to the same email as yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
I just sent it over.
Miss Ashley, I think there's going to be an email from the plaintiff in this. And when you get it and load it, if you'll just go ahead and screen share it real quick, please. So it is a gorilla and it's shooting the birdie.
Yeah.
And is it in the backyard now? Or is it
No.
totally down?
We took it off a while back.
No, they took it down the day that I served that afternoon.
Okay, so it's been gone for at least the last couple of weeks.
Yes, because
Okay.
everything's fine and I want it to be that way.
You want it to be that way?
Yes, sir.
Well, that means number one, you keep that finger down.
Bet your butt, buddy, man. I took it down that day. They took theirs down that day.
You took that finger down, that finger doesn't do international sign language
They
anymore.
took it down. I just don't like it.
You don't like it, but you kept doing it. And then you had a hand-drawn one put between your house and hers.
That was right across from me, right across from there. And I just thought, well, what?
We have a little tit for tat. But
It's
here's
not- I
here's
don't-
what I'm seeing here today is that y'all forget the basic rule of life. The number one golden rule. Do you know what that is in the Bible? Love thy neighbor. And behavior back and forth is not loving your neighbor. And if you instigate in something first, what's the natural reaction of somebody else? They return that kind of behavior. And so you got a taste of your own medicine. And then when you return it to them, they return it back. It's like a tennis match. It goes back and forth, back and forth. So let me ask this question, Ms. Rojas. Has it been peaceful the last couple of weeks since she's got served? I'm not asking you, ma'am. I'm asking
I
her.
don't go outside.
You don't go outside.
In my garage, I get in and I drive away. You know what my husband does? He drives the other way to avoid her. I'm like, you don't have to avoid her. It's your home. We should be free.
That is
She has
true.
a history of this. We're not the first neighbor she's done.
No.
She did it to the lady next to her that lived with her 15 years. She reached out to me on Facebook. She saw my post. She reached out to me. She's like this. The previous neighbors, they were older couple. They didn't have kids. She has a history of this. Someone messaged me and it says, she was like, did you receive the message? And I was like, yeah. She's like, good. I have an app that lets me see people's criminal records. If your neighbor is Barbara.
We're not going to bring in criminal histories, ma'am. Okay, that's not what it is here today, okay?
But she has a history with the neighbors. All the neighbors around us were like, we've always had this issue. It's not just you guys. You guys have kids. I'm tired of it.
Okay.
We put up, it's a decorative sign. It goes in the trash can. I tried pulling it up so I could show you. I have 10,000 videos of this picture. I don't know where it's at, but you cannot see it. It's brown. Our garage bin is brown as well. You can't see it. The point is I've had enough of it. I've had it. She stresses me out. We're not comfortable in our own home. We're not the first people she does this to, And that neighbor, she reached out to me. She's like, I lived 15 years next to her and she's done this to everybody. You're not the first person. She's like, no one's ever actually done anything about it. And she's like, I'm glad you're she's been reaching out to me. She was just like, hey, if you need anything, if you need me to present myself, talk to me. She's been, I never met her.
Okay, hold on one sec. We're going to look at this picture that you just sent to the. Oh,
Yeah, I got, it just don't look good.
okay, hold on one second. So you have a little gorilla decorative yard on it that hangs on the tree and it's shooting the international sign of.
Yeah. Why? Because she started. Honestly, that's the only thing we've done. Because it got to the point where I've had enough. It sent a message of like, leave us alone. Apparently it didn't work.
Okay. So.
And I think I might have a video. No, I don't. But she saw it and it took her a month, honestly, for her to see it. And she didn't see it. The people that cut her yard were the one that saw it and she was laughing. We saw it at the lights and the video camera. She was laughing. She was like, haha, whatever. She just walked away. So I'm like, if it bothered you, you would have noticed it way sooner than she did. And it was there up for a couple weeks. I'm being honest, we did put it up. It's in the trash bin. Like you cannot see it. It took her a month for her to notice. So if she was really bothered by it, she would have noticed way earlier. She wouldn't have laughed about it. And I actually have the note she left in my garage.
What was the note say?
I had a,
And this is the one that she got the criminal trespass warning on?
yes. And actually that's another point I need to bring up.
All right, Caitlin, you can stop sharing the screen.
She says, I'm sitting in my garage and your daughter plus the boy who lives down the street passes. He said, I don't know what it's on the note says, called one word at me in Spanish. I called him back later and asked him what she said. Said he is sorry. Your daughter told him to call me a bitch in Spanish. I'm not putting up with that. Tell her to shut her mouth, stir up some more trouble. And she highlights it, stir up some more trouble. I can sit in my garage with no problem. And you know what she did once I called the cops? That whole week, she had her garage open. She didn't have her garage open, but it made my daughter feel uncomfortable. So I feel like she retaliated and like watching her come home from school. And I talked to my daughter, I didn't say anything. If anything, I said hi or something like that. And then I went and talked to the dad and the little boy, and then he said something about Fortnite. So I don't know what it was, but I know my daughter didn't call her that. We don't cuss at home. I try, my husband does, but not in front of the kids, you know? And it's like, why are you involving my kid? And to the point where she's like, I can sit in my garage with no problem. Stir up some more trouble. Tell her to shut her mouth. An 8-year-old, I've just I'm exhausted with her. We're not the first person she does this to.
Okay,
I
hold on one second, ladies. I want to give you a chance. Just take a breath. Hold on. I want to pause y'all's case for a sec. I've got the attorney for this other case. I want to dispose of them real quick. So thank you, ladies. It helps me to manage my docket in the most efficient manner for our community here today. So you were talking in reference to that. Were you completed with that statement now? Because I want to give her a chance to respond.
Oh, and also about the liquid she's poured between the strip. She definitely dried it, and I did call the non-emergency number, and they just told there was nothing they can do. They were like, if it happens again, just call us. And on the video you can see like it dried out. I mean, we assumed it was gas. We could smell it, you know. But I mean, I don't know what she was trying to do. She was trying to intimidate us. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You've heard the allegations against you this morning. I want you to respond to them. I want to make an informed decision because
Both and the little boy, I was shocked because his mother comes and sees me, brings me tacos. His grandma stops to visit, talk about the flowers, and they all been in my backyard. And it just hurt me because that little boy said, she said it, and he said, I'm sorry. And he meant it. And he says, she says, you're a fat, ugly old lady. Well, you know, it just kind of blew up. I thought, oh my God. I was just hoping she'd tell her not to do it no more. Because, you know, I just, sure I am, but I don't want to hear it. I'm just hoping she'd tell her not to do it no more. I believe the little boy. He's always a sweet little boy. But anytime I ever seen her go by, I never looked at her, made eye contact. I don't want no trouble. All I want to do is just go home and be like it used to be. But it won't, but
well, from what I can tell, what it used to be isn't very good. But if you've been peaceful for the last 2 weeks, that's what we're supposed to be. But as she said, she hasn't been in her front yard. She can't enjoy life and peace and harmony.
Bushes and all, and I won't ever look over. I won't see.
Well, there's a fence between you now, but you keep peeping out your window across the fence like a peeping Tom.
Well, where is that? I heard a noise and looked to see what it was. He's putting the light up. So what?
Okay.
I don't have time to peek through my windows. Reason I'm doing that.
Well, you were peeping through there one time and you're sitting there shooting a birdie.
No, you know, you rest your elbow on a windowsill like this. You know,
Yes, ma'am.
you do. Well, you're not doing nothing. It's
But if that middle finger is vibrating like that, ma'am.
no, it's not. I don't know. Everything's blowing up. It just. And that little boy, grandma.
So let me ask this question. If there is history, you've been living there 47 years in that house?
Here.
49 years in that house. So that house was brand new when you moved in because it was built back in the 60s.
Yeah.
All right. Now, do you live there by yourself?
Yes. Now, my husband died 13 years ago.
Husband passed away 13 years ago.
Yeah, we were married 50 years.
50 years. So now you're a widow living by yourself.
A neighbor like.
Now, let me ask this question. Why is your recycled trash can on that side of the house? What is the purpose of having your blue trash can?
Now, because my whole front yard is.
So what is the purpose of keeping it on that side of the house versus on the garage side or in the garage?
Things that are dying and all is right there. It's so easy. It's full and I put them in there.
Okay,
See, they're dead and the ice froze them and.
okay. But that trash can is for recycled material and that material is not recyclable. In reference to what the community trash pickup.
Cans on the front porch or on the end of their house. There's different places.
Yes, ma'am.
There's no harm in that right there.
But sometimes it brings you to that side of the house more often and that causes,
My
conflict.
recycle bin. I don't hardly use it.
You use it for
Stuff
throwing the
in.
dead plants in.
Dead stuff in.
Yeah. And then you threw some trash in the ground and you had that shovel just to scooting it over like you were putting on the Masters golf
My
course.
yard. That was my yard. I wasn't putting it in hers.
But it was sure close to that property line the way it looked.
Intimidation. They're just all kinds.
So you were intimidating her.
No, I was being intimidated.
You were being intimidated.
Yeah.
I didn't see them out there. You were out there just walking around and taking that shovel like a Tiger Wood putter.
Every day. I can't go.
Ma'am, I'm on camera every day too, and I just smile and go on.
Dad, can't go to the mailbox, can't go nowhere. Every time I know, I said, well, what?
And everywhere we go in life, there's cameras,
I
man.
dig up bushes and put out new ones, cause I want new ones. I don't know,
Okay.
but as far as one of my neighbors over here, she brings me birthday gifts, she brings me Christmas and all. Then the other's quiet and one's still waits, over there. And then there's two down the street, they stop all the time, ask me about my flowers. And they've been in my backyard too, cause I got a pretty backyard.
Okay.
I love to work outside, but.
Well, the problem is when you're outside, you're doing things that's breaching the peace. You're doing things that are uncomfortable, such as your language, so your body language, and
I'm on that.
unless you're what?
I told that police officer, just tell her, they knew I was quiet, I wasn't loud and rowdy, I just told them, please don't let them honk at me no more. So he said he told them.
And have they stopped honking at you?
Yeah,
All right. Have you stopped shooting them the birdie?
that, I don't do it no more, I don't do nothing.
You're not going to shoot the birdie no more.
Just go home and. take it
Go
down.
home and do your
Take it down.
live in peace.
Yes, sir. I swear to God, all I want is peace,
Well, that's all they want, but for the year and a half that they lived there, they haven't had peace.
They don't do nothing no more. All that's done, a fence went up, everything's fine, and I just like to work in my backyard. I have a long backyard, and I feed birds, and I have reclining chairs out there. Long porch.
When did y'all put the fence up, Ms. Ross?
September
Okay.
past year.
So, and even when the fence came up, it was still continuing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
When
it's-
the what come up?
The fence, the little privacy fence there that goes up to the edge of the house.
Well, I have a little light in there, cause I've been robbed before and it's dark there. I can't go in there and mow. But it's just right through there.
But that light is shining over at their house and it's distracting.
And the bench.
But it's a bright light. It's what's called a floodlight. A floodlight floods the area with light. A spotlight takes it and just gives it a small little zone.
Goes right between the fence and my house right there.
Okay.
And I've been robbed and I need protection. But I had internet put in the other day and I need to put me a monitor up too to check and keep my own yard.
Well, you have every legal right to put your own monitor and cameras up as well, just like she does. Because it's open air space, so there's nothing private about that. If they had that camera pointing directly in your room, in your window and looking in your private space, and that'd be a different story.
My flowers and all, and I know cameras on, but I don't do nothing. I just water.
You walk through shooting a birdie as you turn around the corner.
Huh?
You walk through using your left hand, shooting that birdie as you walk around the corner. I saw it on the video. In the video.
It was a long time ago.
But you've done it.
Over a year ago, when they was honking at me, that's the only reason I did it.
Okay. Ms. Rojas,
Out and brought water the other day, and I don't even make sure I don't even look up. I just water and then I go turn the water off and I get out of there.
in reference to the young man that she has talked about in that letter, Have you had a conversation with that young man and his mom about using Spanish language and the inappropriate words of the Spanish language?
Oh, with the little boy?
Yes, ma'am.
I actually went and talked to him that same afternoon. The dad was up front and I was just like, hey, the little boy's name is Beckham. I was like, can I talk to Beckham? And then I explained the situation with her. Like, she left a note. She said this and this. And then he was like, no. My daughter says she in Spanish, the only word she said was hola. And then the little boy was just like, no, like, he said something about Fortnite. I really didn't understand what he was talking about. The dad was like, we're gonna have a conversation because he said the B word and it's not allowed in their home or something like that.
Talking about the young boy he said that we were.
Yeah.
Did he say it in Spanish?
No,
He said it in English?
yeah.
Okay.
They're not gonna admit it. I mean, I believe the little boy, he was so sweet. He said, I'm sorry. And I was nice to him, told him it's okay. And he left, went home. His mother brings me tacos and stuff.
Since she received this peace bond notice, I know y'all haven't been in the front yard and the weather's kind of been inclement except for the last, this past week. Have you noticed any changes behavior of her in the garage? She hasn't been outside.
Ever since the hospital showed up, I have not seen her.
I'm watering my bushes. They're beautiful bushes.
Well, you have a beautiful yard. I can tell when it's growing season, you take care of it. But here's the thing, ma'am. Okay. And I've been doing this for 23 years. This isn't my first bond hearing, peace bond hearing. And I know that you are set in your ways, that you have a certain life that you like to live and you're going to do it your way and ain't nobody going to tell you any difference. Kind of like that Elvis song, going to do it your way. Okay.
Oh, yes, all I want is peace.
Well, if you want peace and quiet, this is how we're going to handle this today. Okay. And I'm going to explain to you here in a second once we get done. Okay. So do you have anything else you want to say?
I don't know.
All right. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Why does she say I haven't been in my yard? I've been there these
No,
times.
fixing to be on Netflix on The Good Neighbor. She mentioned she owns a gun. I don't
Okay.
know what she.
Just because a person might make a statement, she didn't make a direct statement to you
I understand.
about that. So here's how I have to look at everything. Number one, that's protected speech. Okay, that's under the Supreme Court of the United States. That's protected speech. As much as we hate it as individuals in a community, that's protected speech. You have the right to do it. She has the right. Everybody has the right to do it. When I was a police officer, people did it all the time, and I just, took it with a grain of salt and all. People have the right to use language, whatever they choose. But if that language breaches the peace, if another person's offended by it, then at that point in time, it comes an offense. Okay. In reference to what has been described here today by this lady and by you, this is a neighbor's turf war. Okay. When I say a neighbor's turf war, what it means is that, you're making allegations against her. She's making allegations against you. I can see the allegations, they're on camera. They're bigger than daylight of that kind of behavior. And is it uncomfortable? Yes, ma'am, it is. It is. But when you're dealing with an 87-year-old lady,
No, 80,
I'm sorry, 80 what?
80.
80. My apologies for adding 7 years to you, ma'am. She has on you probably 50 years, and she only has 18, 17 on me. So I understand where she's coming from on this behavior because of the age, and that's set in her ways, and that's never been confronted about that behavior at this age, because that's pretty much where she has lived her life. And nobody has stood up to her until you came along. And now you are standing up to her, telling her this behavior is not acceptable. We have children. We do not want this behavior in our community, in our neighborhood, because we want our kids to have certain standards, morals, and ethics brought up about them. And we don't want them to see that. I'm with you on that. But at the same time, as a judge, I have to protect her constitutional rights to flip you the birdie anytime you want. I don't like it. I think it's wrong. Just like flag birding, I think it's wrong. I will go and rescue that flag. I don't care how much on fire it is. If I burn my hand, I burn my hand because I fought for that flag or served for it. Not only in the Marine Corps, but also in law enforcement. And that's where I fought for it. So Here's the situation today. Is that I'm not going to issue a peace bond at this time, but I'm going to reset this case. No. Oh, I'm not done.
Okay.
Don't think you won because you haven't won yet.
I'm just, okay.
Oh, now that things are getting warmer, shh, lock it, lip it, put it in your pocket. Okay? I'm going to reset this case for 45 days from now. Now, between that time, if there's problems, I want you to notify this court and we'll move that court date up. Because I want to see if what we're doing here today changes her behavior. I want to know if she's about to become a good neighbor. If not, then I'm going to put a peace bond on her. And then I'm also going to do a few other things in reference to what I can do as a judge that she's not going to like. But I will give you a judicial warning from the bench at this time. If at any time between now and then you breach the peace, if she has to call law enforcement and she notifies the court, I might just put a bench warrant out for you and have you brought before this court in a pair of handcuffs, ma'am. Don't make me do that.
No.
You understand?
Yeah, but-
You keep that finger rolled up in those fingers right there. You don't let that finger come out. You don't say hi to anybody that is any way simulating the fact that you're shooting them the birdie. No, put your hand down. You understand? I would normally rule, but I think in this case, I need to give a little bit of time because you have said one thing and I don't believe you. I'm going to give you a chance to prove to the court that you are making some changes. As a matter of fact, we're going to make it 30 days, not 45 days. But in that next 4 weeks, if she reports to this court anything different, put your hand down.
Okay.
You're like a kid in elementary school when they ask a math question, 2 + 2 = 4. It's not that you don't have the elements, but I feel that in this particular matter, on this peace bond hearing today, that I want to take everything that's said on a judicial advisement and come back and look at everything that's happened between the time we're in court today and 30 days from now to see if that behavior has changed or if it's continued. Now, you disagree with that?
Just mentally tired of dealing with her.
No.
Acts right for a month and then we'll go back to it. And it's been like this a year and a half. I have MS. I'm just so tired of dealing with her. She makes it so miserable. I don't enjoy I grew up in the hood in Fort Worth, stop 6. I moved out here so my kid can grow up somewhere peaceful. And for the past year and a half, it's been hell. It's like this little petty thing she does, which is ridiculous. Everyone's like, ignore her, ignore her. I'm like, it's gotten to the point where ignoring her, it's not enough. I'm just tired. Like, sorry.
But let me read the elements of a peace bond to you, ma'am.
No,
Okay.
no, I know.
Okay.
But she owns a gun, so I don't know.
Have you seen that gun, Miss Ross?
No.
Hush. Have you seen that gun?
No.
Has she displayed that gun in a manner that is threatening to you and or your family? Hush.
Wait.
Answer my question. Have you seen that gun?
No.
Do you own a gun?
No, sir. I'll tell you the reason it was brought up when we first met. I was in the yard with the cleaning out weeds and all. We were discussing when they first moved in, we met, you know. She said, "Are you afraid to live by yourself?" I said, "No." No, I'm okay. I got a gun. I don't even have a gun. That's just something you say to protect yourself. You don't come out and say, "I got a gun." It's just conversation, you know. And then why would she bring it up after all this?
Because you said you have a gun.
But that's my protection. I just want people to know I'm okay. But that's
What kind of gun?
Yeah,
What kind of gun do you have?
I don't have one.
But you told her you had one.
But that was a long time ago. I just mentioned it when we first met. I wanted to know I'm safe, I'm okay. But that was nothing intentional or nothing.
But you see how she took it.
Why she bring it up now? I see.
Because your behavior and that kind of behavior leads to something else, ma'am. I see it all the time. Not only in my professional career, but on the news every day. So now do you understand why she is the way she is in reference to her emotions
Yeah, but
and her family? Because your behavior is dictated that she had no other choice?
nobody no more.
No, you did it in the past.
But and I'm okay now. I want to be peace. I want peace.
But how do I know that without putting a peace bond on you?
That means she's not gonna say something that I didn't do, or how do I know she's not gonna make me look bad to get even with me? You know.
No, your own behavior is going to make you look bad, ma'am. I don't think this lady is going to come in here and manipulate something to make you look bad.
So, okay, all right. I'm just scared.
Your own behavior is going to make you look bad. Your own middle finger, your own mouth, your own shovel, doing the Tiger Wood putt across the property line with trash.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was so.
Driving down the street. They avoid you because of your behavior. That's why we're in here today. Do you see how distraught she is? And the reason I brought up doing an extension of 30 days and resetting this case was to give it time. But now I see her body language. I see the emotional side of everything that's been taken on against you, of having to deal with you as a neighbor. And then on top of that, she's bringing in testimony or statements that others have made to her that this behavior is not new, that it's been ongoing, that other neighbors haven't stood up to you, but she has.
Nothing to the neighbors.
She has enough to stand up to you and say, no, we're not going to put up with this. She grew up, as she said, in the hood, and she came down here. And we have enough problems coming down in our community from the hood that's causing our community to look like the hood. And we've got one of the most professional law enforcement agencies anywhere in the state of Texas, between the local police department, the county, the other agencies around here, our prosecutors. We believe in the rule of law down here, ma'am. We believe in holding people accountable. So if she's in fear of your behavior and your continued behavior of breaching the peace, then it leaves me no other choice but not to reset this, but to make a decision today. Be right back. So that I'm correct on the names in the house. Francisco, Francisco.
Yeah.
Francisco,
Yeah.
Francisco.
Yes, I think.
It's not Francisco
Yes, Francisco.
with a C? Or no?
Yes.
You don't know how to spell your own husband's name?
Yeah. You don't, not his. Do you want me to look it up?
Would you please? I need to make sure it's correct.
Okay, so it's Francisco.
C-O.
Yes.
So the only misspelling that we couldn't read of your handwriting was Francisco with a C. Okay. So ladies, to issue a peace bond, I have to make a determination if there was some kind of threat that the parties feel that you could have initiated against them. I explained to you your constitutional right to shoot people with a birdie. Yeah, I mean, we get it shot at us all the time. That if you use language offensively, it's, could be held, as a criminal offense for disorderly conduct language. If another finds it offensive. However, this morning I heard everything that went on. I've seen the video. I've seen your behavior. And I've seen you tell me in your own words and your body language that for the last 2 weeks, things have been peaceful and everything, but it took you getting served notice of a breach of the peace with a peace bond notification.
Stop with that.
Well, apparently it did. That's the testimony.
Felt good.
That's the testimony here. And everything I've seen that progressed up before she filed this was the fact that your behavior was progressively getting more aggressive and aggressive. And then you came over to her property and then you had to be issued a criminal trespass warning not to come back on her property. It's one thing to use a public walkway, okay? But exiting that public walkway, going up her driveway to her front door or her house, that's, basically you don't go on her property, okay? She had to build a fence for privacy. She had to put up cameras. That cost her and her family money, money that they could be using for other things. But the element that you said, well, I just said it. I don't know if you have a gun or not. You say you don't. I can say I don't have a gun, but you go in my closet and look in the gun safe, I've got a gun or two.
But that was mentioned in
But-
conversation. There was-
In conversation or not. So this is how we're going to handle this today. Because of what she has presented in court, by her evidence and testimony, by what I believe your body language says to me and your behavior today and your statements, that yes, you're just a nice old lady that's, living her life and you want to be peace and harmony, but your actions are not reflecting what has been visually seen in court today. So I am going to grant you relief with a peace bond to be issued. I am going to order you not to make threats against her. Do not mention anything about a weapon. If you display a weapon, she's going to call 911 immediately. Displaying a weapon can be construed as deadly conduct. If you point a weapon at her, if you discharge a weapon at her, if you mention a weapon, if you threaten her, that's another criminal offense. If you continue your behavior coming on her property without consent, that is criminal. Do you understand? So that finger, out of respect to your neighbor, keep it between the ring finger and the index finger. Okay?
But that hasn't been recently.
It might not have been recently, but I'm telling you, don't let it come back. Okay? Don't let it come back. Your mouth, if it's not something positive, don't even say it. The best thing to do is not even engage. I would highly recommend you take that little blue trash can and you move it to the other side of your house. And that way, when you have any kind of dead bushes and you want to put them in that can, you can just gently walk them around to the other side of the house. You seem like you get along pretty good, maybe limited a little bit, but you get along pretty good. So this is how this is going to play out. You violate my peace bond order, then that $1,000 bond that I'm about to have you post with this court will be forfeited. You will be could be held in contempt. You'll be brought back before this court for violating that peace bond to determine the violation of the peace bond and the contempt proceedings of my order. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So let me read this out loud so there's not any misnomers. Today under JP2 AD 260001, because it's the first peace bond filing of the year in the matter of Barbara Guthrie, here in the Justice Court Precinct 2 of Johnson County, Texas, a peace bond hearing order. This case was called for a hearing on 2/12 of 2026, and based on the evidence presented at the hearing, the court finds probable cause does exist that respondent threatened applicant's person or property. Respondent is ordered to post peace bond in the amount of $1,000, condition that respondent will not commit the offense threatened and will keep peace toward applicant, as well as toward the following persons: Francisco Lopez. This order expires February the 12th, 2027, no more than 1 year from the issuance of this order. Failure by respondent to post the required bond may result in respondent being committed into jail until the expiration of the order. That's a long time. Additional costs in the amount of $154 are taxed against you that you owe the state or the respondent. And if you fail to pay, there's 6.75% per annum interest accrued on that. And I've signed it today, issuing and signed on this 12th day of February, 2026. Signed Judge Jeff Monk, Justice of Peace, Johnson County, Texas, Precinct 2. Ladies, I'll give you a copy of this here in a moment. But ma'am, I'm going to go ahead and have the officer present this copy to you.
I don't know. What, you mean I can't move my trash can because I put my dead grass in?
Ma'am, I would highly suggest that you take that trash can and you move it to the garage side of your house. There is no reason to keep your trash can there except to intimidate. Do you understand? When you talk about a weapon and they take it as threatening, then at that point in time, because of what I see here today, they are scared to death of you. So to ensure that there's peace, just because of your behavior. So what I would recommend is that do you have family?
Yes.
I would recommend you talk to your family about what's been ordered against you so they can walk you through the process of getting with the bonding company to get that bond posted to the court. If you violate my order and you breach the peace, you threaten her in any way, you violate the law in any way, you're coming back before me. And another judge will make a determination as to whether or not your actions violated that bond. You understand? Ma'am, that's the order. So like I said, I would consult with your children or other family members so that they can guide you through. Any questions?
No, why, no harm, I wouldn't harm nobody.
You might not feel it in your body and in your mind, but ma'am, certain things that I see progressively go downhill if it's not corrected.
What do I gotta do? Go to a bond person?
Yes, ma'am. You can call a bonding agency and they'll explain to you, they're used to these bonds being posted with the court.
What do he do?
You pay for a bond to be posted and they post it with the court on this case. Whatever the bonding percentage is, that's what you pay. But you do owe her $154 for filing the peace bond against you. You owe her that money.
How much?
Because $54.
Judge, that the applicant doesn't pay that at the time of filing, that gets paid directly to the court.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. That is correct. I'm sorry. This was a peace bond. That means you pay the court $154.
Hey,
My clerk's window, they're in the back window.
go this way?
You go out to where the back door is and where it says Justice of the Peace, Judge Jeff Monk.
To see a bonds person?
Yes, ma'am.
Put up $1,000?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
might.
Whatever percentage they're going to charge you for that $1,000 bond. Yes, ma'am. And you're ordered not to breach the peace and not make any threats to this family in that household next door to you.
Wonder how much this will be.
I don't know. You need to call them and find out.
Where is there one around here?
Ma'am, you can get on your computer and Google bonding companies.
Computer,
I would say grab the yellow pages. There might be an old yellow page book in your house. You might look under there. Some of those bonding agencies' phone numbers have been there for years and years. But consult with your family and let them walk you through this, okay?
I wouldn't know.
They might. They could help you out, okay? You're excused from court, ma'am. Have a good day.
They don't.
Well, ma'am, then you ask somebody that does or you seek legal counsel, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am.
So they'll give me some papers,
Yes, ma'am. That's your paper. You take it to the bonding company, okay?
okay?
All right. Have a good day.
They'll give me some papers back,
They'll give you some papers and file it with the court. Have a good day.
and then I come back in a year or?
No, you don't come back. You don't come back at all if you don't make any problems.
Oh,
Like I said, keep that finger between the ring finger and the index finger and